Follow the strategies of rich people and stop having a poor mindset. If you're like me, you've spent countless hours wondering why some people appear to be lucky and others don't. While I can't tell you the exact reasons why someone becomes successful, there are some things that the wealthy do differently from poor people that can help set them up for success. Here are 7 ways they differ. Poor people spend too much time watching TV. Watching TV is a waste of time. It's passive, it distracts you from your goals and responsibilities, and it takes money away from other things that are important to you. There are so many better uses for your time than wasting hours each day doing nothing but staring at a screen in front of you. You shouldn't be watching TV if you want to learn something new about the world around you. There are so many better ways to do this. You have things like chores or homework that need doing. You should be out there getting stuff done. Your goal for today was to get some exercise or go outside for fresh air. There's no reason why you can't fit both into your schedule. The wealthy value education differently. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur or just want to be rich and successful someday, it's important to understand that wealthy people value education differently. The wealthy see education as a way to improve their skills and gain knowledge that can help them achieve their goals. They view education as an end in itself. They don't see it as a way to get a job, though it may lead directly to that. And if a person doesn't graduate from college, he or she can still become wealthy by learning the skills needed for success on their own time, and without hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt. Poor people are completely different. Many only value higher education because they believe earning money is their main goal in life. Poor people have the wrong mindset. The truth is that you can't be a little bit poor. Either you are wealthy or not. And if you aren't wealthy, then it's only because you have the wrong mindset. It's important to understand that being poor is a choice, just like being rich is a choice. Poor people make the decision to stay in their current situation because they don't want to work hard enough or think outside of the box in order to change their circumstances. If you find yourself struggling financially, it might be time for some radical changes in your thinking about money and work ethic in general. The poor make excuses. Poor people make excuses for why they can't be successful. Poor people make excuses for why they can't afford to do things. Poor people make excuses for why they can't get ahead. Poor people make excuses for why they don't have enough. I'm not saying that rich people don't have their own issues and problems, but they don't use those issues and problems as an excuse to blame their lack of success on other people or circumstances around them. The thing is, if you want something badly enough, you'll figure out a way to get it. Poor people are addicted to instant gratification. They have a short-term mindset of what they want or need right now, versus the long-term plans that will help them reach their goals. This is evident in how poor people spend their money and make decisions. Poor people spend money on things that don't matter, whether it's buying lottery tickets, eating out at restaurants, or shopping for clothes instead of saving. Poor people often make unwise financial decisions based on short-term desires rather than long-term needs. And they do so without realizing the consequences of these actions until much later in life when the damage has already been done. Rich people believe in delayed gratification. They know that success comes with hard work, and they're willing to put in the time, effort, and sacrifices necessary to achieve their goals. They don't expect things to happen overnight, but they are willing to be patient while they wait for the fruits of their labor. Rich people take calculated risks. Poor people take foolish ones. The rich are willing to take risks. They know that risk is an important part of success, and they're willing to put themselves out there in order for a big payoff. The poor, on the other hand, tend to be afraid of taking chances. They try to do everything by the book because they don't want anything bad happening, and this mindset can keep you from achieving your goals. You might think it makes sense not to take risks when you don't have much money or power, but if all you ever do is play it safe and hope things will work out in your favor, then what happens when they don't? You miss out on opportunities that could lead somewhere great. You can learn how to make calculated decisions instead of just playing it safe all the time. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it's important to set yourself up for success if you want to get there. You don't see a lot of successful people who make millions overnight. The ones that do are usually lucky or use their money as a platform for other things they're interested in, like writing books or starting businesses. Most people have worked hard at their jobs and saved up over time until they can retire comfortably when they're older. But before you can retire, you need money coming in, which means getting a good job with a salary that will let you save some every month, so when retirement comes around, it won't seem as scary because you will already be prepared. If your goal is If your goal is just to get by without having much savings, then working multiple jobs may not be worth it, since most poor people don't work more than one job at once. So what does this mean? It means planning ahead by saving early on so that when retirement comes around, those savings will help support yourself financially. In order for someone who isn't rich yet but wants financial security after 65 years old looks at things differently than someone who's already retired comfortably upon reaching age 60. I hope these 7 habits can help you on your journey to becoming rich. Remember, it takes time and dedication. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it's important to set yourself up for success if you want to get there.